everybody can hear everybody and we're live.
Okay, so let's get started. This is a hearing of the Town of Webster Zoning Board of Adjustment. It is January 10th, 2023, and we'll start by having the secretary take attendance.
I don't have the sheet, but
Right on the back.
Well, mine?
who's supposed to be there? Do you have one?
Yeah.
Thanks, please. Marty Bender,
I am present.
Robert Drown Jr.,
Present.
Barbara Corliss, Jay Bowe, Dee Blake,
Here.
Guy LaRochelle,
Yeah.
Sue Roberts, here.
Okay, so we have a total. This time you have all five.
Awesome.
And so, let me tell you, first of all, this is a rehearing of your case. We'll make this pretty fast. First of all, let me tell you once again, our procedure is, first we'll hear from you. Tell us exactly what it is that you want to do, because obviously there are not new members of the zoning board here, but two who were not here last time. So they really need to hear this again. Anyway, so we'll hear from you first. I don't believe there's anybody here in opposition, but if somebody shows up or wants to call us, we'll hear from the opposition. Then chance for rebuttal by you, chance for rebuttal. Then we'll close it, open up discussion by the board, and the board will give its decision usually tonight. And then, of course, you have 30 days in which to file for a rehearing again. And then if that's not satisfactory, then you have to go before the court in 30 days. So, why don't you go ahead, give us a brief, what you were planning on doing.
So I'm having a hard time hearing you. So the question is, what do I plan on doing?
Yeah, just present quickly to exactly what
Okay.
it is that you're.
So what I'm looking to do is basically just a live bait self-service that people can use during the fishing year with whatever species they're going for. Basically, people come up. I run the whole business off of security cameras. They come up, go into the bait hut. They use a bucket that I have. They scoop a little water out of the tank, put it in their bait bucket, and they count their shiners out loud, cash only business, drop it in the box, and they're good to go. Pretty quick and easy.
So does anybody have any questions?
It's open 24/7. Again, it's running off security cameras that instantly notify my cell phone, as well as my wife's. That's kind of I'm licensed through Fish and Game in New Hampshire. And yeah. Any questions?
Guy, anything?
Well, yeah, so you could have people coming in all night
Yeah.
at any point?
Yeah, typically people don't really come between the hours of 11:30 and 2:30. But people come in all hours. That was one of the reasons why I started. Because when I moved from Penn to college, I had a hard time after getting out of work to find bait shops in time. And so I kind of came up with this idea. It worked out. And that's one of the big benefits that I get from a lot of my customers. Is they appreciate being able to come at all hours because everyone has different and a very rewarding business.
How close is your nearest neighbor? Can you see them from your house?
I see Missy all the time. She walks her dogs in my backyard. But no, I can see across the street. She just passed, unfortunately. But well hidden from the road. Very clean, very professional, organized.
I have a question about the lights and the noise bothering your neighbors.
Oh, I think my neighbors bother me more than I bother them. But no, it wouldn't be a noise issue. The lights, nobody should be able to see my lights over there. I mean, I have a telephone pole in my front yard that we pay for that has a light, so the business area is always lit by that. Everything else is solar motion activated, like my cameras.
So you're gonna be open whether someone's home or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is just a side business. I'm a safety officer at Lawns and Pharmaceuticals in Portsmouth. I work for a construction company called DECA.
How close are you to the river?
200 yards. What's that?
So you probably won't be drawing any water out of the river or flushing back
No,
into the river?
No. I'm at river's in the back four. But I'm up closer to the lake.
Sorry, you probably asked all these questions before.
But-
No, it's fine.
Yeah, but go
I'm
ahead,
fine.
since you weren't here.
Sorry. So if you expand, how big do you think you'll be? You gonna turn it into a Walmart bait shop or?
And Webster.
Oh, that sounds so great. I'd love that. I could stay home with my little boy all day. Well, I do have other lines of business that I do. I've been making baits myself for about 7 years now. I have about 23 or 24 styles of soft plastics that I make. I make weights, spinner baits, jigs, bucktail jigs for lake trout fishing. A few other things. I stopped offering those to the public a few years ago because I couldn't keep up with my job and the demand. But I would like to start offering a limited stock out there on pegboard and BL honor system. I understand the risks that I'm taking. But in 5 years I've been working with people, I've built up a pretty good customer base, and you get a few bad eggs here and there, but for the most part, it's 5 years, it's under double digits.
That's all I've got.
But yeah, I would like to expand eventually. I do have a detached garage that I'd like to offer deer butchering, just very outdoorsy local spot, kind of like my 8 to 10 year plan. But yeah, that's a little ways away, getting me excited when I start talking.
Anything?
Does the Fish and Game have laws for this type of thing or anything? I don't know.
He's already licensed by Fish and Game.
Oh, he is? Okay, I didn't know that.
I've been licensed by Fish and Game for this is my 5th year now. So how the process initially starts is when I started. Basically, Fish and Game vets you. You have to present to them what your idea is, your plan, and then once you get things squared away and set up, they send a Fish and Game officer to your house to do an inspection of how you're holding the bait and maintaining it. They want to make sure your setup is humane, and I'm not just selling what I got and letting half of them die. It was a very humane setup. It's whatever water the fish have been their whole life, mine's better with what I do to it. How it stays so healthy, and I grew my customer base. I have that implemented here.
Fish and Game inspect your facility once a year or
Yes.
at all?
When you get squared away, they inspect your setup. They only do that one time. If they see, if you were, it's tough to explain because I don't really know what there's not many businesses like mine, but they do come and do a thorough check. I mean, for him, he was there for 5 years ago now, but He was there for probably a good 20 minutes, and once he walked up and I explained it to him, he probably spent 10 to 15 of those minutes talking about, you know, what the season's going to look like.
So do you raise, I'm sorry, I'm really new to this, do you raise your bait, or is that something you wanna do in the future, or just get it in and resell
I
it?
would love to raise my own bait. I don't know if I could get away with making a pond in my yard before I get my wife a pool. No, I buy, so since I'm licensed, I'm able to buy from a licensed wholesale dealer who only works with licensed bait dealers. And I buy from Mark's Baits LLC down in Nashville. He's been doing it for a very, very long time. And what was I going to say? So no, I currently do not raise or trap, but I
Can
do
you
buy
do it in the
wholesale.
future?
What's that?
Can you raise in the future? If you wanted
I
to
would have to
expand?
figure out a spot to do that. I would love to. We do have kind of like a shallow pond out back of the house, but it does tend to dry out during really hot times of the year. I'm pretty sure that's conservation land, so even if I wanted to, I really couldn't do anything to make it deeper to raise them. If that was a possibility, I would certainly love to. But that'd be a whole nother hobby to get into. If I had the option, yes, I probably would.
Okay.
Anything further? No?
I don't.
Dee? No? Okay, then I'll close that, open it up to anybody who wishes to speak in opposition. Okay, there's nobody here in opposition, so I'll close the hearing, open it up to discussion by the board. You already know that the three of us have already approved.
We've already hammered him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you have any opposition, any concerns about this guy?
Well, were there any concerns for you folks?
No.
No.
No, we discussed the headlight thing. I went down and looked at it, yeah.
Yeah.
His neighbors like him.
Oh, that's good.
I regret it.
His neighbor across the river had no objection.
Yes.
Now, this land is, it's zoned agricultural residential,
Which,
his property.
Everything,
All of it is
Yeah.
in town.
everything in town is residential
Yeah,
agriculture.
and you don't have a problem with him starting a business there?
Almost like a farm, only fish.
Yeah.
I have no problems.
okay, good. Nobody has anything else to say, then let's just take it to a vote.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Marty Bender,
I'm in favor.
Robert Brown,
Yes,
Dee Blake,
In favor.
Guy LaRochelle,
In favor?
Sue Roberts, in favor. I think we're done here.
Okay.
All right, now we got the next board to come up.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm approved, just a couple questions. So how soon can I open? Am I good to go?
So we gotta do the planning board right next.
Yeah.
So the planning board sit in the audience.
I know. We gotta do it again.
Okay.
Yep, same deal.
So we're gonna switch seats with them.
Oh, we are? You
Yeah.
have to stay
And then I
here?
will send you a letter once this is all done, and
Thank you.
you should be all set
I'll set
to start.
You need a ride, my ride left.
No. I thought you were all gonna sit at the table at the same time and do a vote and then do a vote, but this is fine too.
Got it?
Are there any requirements?
So, They didn't put any stipulations on it, or at least the zoning board didn't. So I don't know if the planning board's gonna put any stipulations on it.
I mean, we already talked about this last meeting.
Right.
Presentation, and we approved it, so unless there's some other questions or something.
We just gotta reapprove it.
The only thing I will restate is the driveway permit. You may not need it, but it's best to do it.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't have a comment.
I mean, he's got a driveway though, right?
He's got a driveway, but he's modifying it. As I say, he may not need it, but if he has it on file, then it satisfies everybody.
So,
Look at it.
We will, yeah. If everybody feels we need to, we will. If not, we'll just,
All right,
I mean, it's just a precaution.
all right.
would that be something that I would, so, when people pull away, they're just pulling off to a space on the right where there's typically grass, depending on the road. If I was adding pavement over there in the future, wouldn't that be when I need the permit, or if I was changing my stone wall coming into my driveway?
I believe the pavement's a yes, in our regulations it says going from dirt to pavement requires a driveway permit. So that would require one, and if you plan on doing that, that's easy enough to accomplish.
That's what I need, okay.
We just want to make sure you put down the proper base for your driveway.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion here.
Motion to,
A motion that we approve this thing, and that Emmett and Paul go out and look at the driveway, and if they don't see any problem,
It's approved.
it's approved.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
and I will draft up an approval letter for you tomorrow.
That's great. So do I have to wait for that letter to put an open sign on front?
No, you're all set.
You're good to go.
Well, great. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thanks for coming out again.
We're good?
We're good.
All right.
Quickest meeting ever.
That's why you like it.
Well,
See you later.
I think we've been quicker than this, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was only when Lynn Marie was here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we were 5 minutes into the meeting.
Oh, yeah. and
Done,
she
gone.
was,
Oh, she was. Let's get
yeah.
And she was, I mean, she was.
Oh, yeah. She knows her stuff. Yeah. That's all good. That's good. Good enough. Yeah. So what do we have?